Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the channel Qahwah with Qaiser. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. So today is March 16, Monday, and I will be availing the early voting option for this election. Today we are going to vote in the primary elections of Illinois state. So now we are heading to our early voting station. So there are many more stations available on the day of election. I will put a link for the polling station locator website so you guys can find out where you can go and vote. So today is the last day for early voting and tomorrow will be the general elections. So Tuesday, March 17 is the main election day for primary elections in Illinois. The voting hours are from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Let's make sure that all of us who are citizens, we do vote and make our voices heard. If you have any 18 years old in your household which turned 18 this year and they have not registered for vote, make sure they can also go to the polling station, take their IDs with them, and the registration can be done right away, and make sure that they also vote. Please encourage them to vote. So guys, you will be asking, what is a primary election? So primary elections are a way to support or oppose government policies. Primary elections allow voters to send a message about government policies. For example, voters may support candidates who support the president's agenda, oppose the president's agenda, want new policy directions. Primaries can therefore act as a public referendum on current leadership. Okay, so the local and state policies are also decided in the primary. Many people think elections only affect Washington, but primary also shapes state laws in Illinois, local taxes, education policies, public safety, infrastructure, and local community funding. So these primaries are very important. In Illinois, primary elections determine which candidate represent each political party in the general election. So example, a Democrat choose their Democratic nominee, Republicans choose their Republican nominee, the winners move on to the November election. In many districts, the primary winners often ends up winning the general election. So the real decisions sometimes happen in the primary. Guys, we are finally at the polling booth. Let's see how much time it takes. Here we are at the location, the polling booth, and we will go inside and cast our vote. Okay, so let me explain how the voting experience was. When we went inside, you know that the video or camera is not allowed. We are not allowed to make any video there. So luckily there were no lines. So we went to the agent. They asked me basically my first three letters of my first name and last name. Then they pulled my record and they verified my address, and they asked me my date of birth. Then they asked me to sign on a device, and they matched my signatures. Once the signatures were verified, then the next question was, do I want to vote for Democratic Party primary or do I want to vote for Republican primary? And there was an option for non-partisan based. So based on that selection, they will print out the ballot paper. And these sample ballot papers are already available on the internet, and you can also keep a picture of that in your cell phone. So in other words, you can use your cell phone to refer it for selecting the candidates, but you cannot make any call or do other things, or you cannot take any pictures, but you can still use it for that purpose. They let you do it. You can make notes, you can take a picture of the sample ballot and fill it out, and then when you bring it in, then you can use your cell phone as a reference. And make sure you fill in the box completely, so that way when you are done with your ballot, then you show it to the judge. They check the initial of the polling agent, and then they put it into a machine, and when the machine said it's approved, it's accepted, then they give you a sticker that I voted. So that's the process. It's very simple, and it takes about 5 minutes of your time, but it can make a huge difference. Okay guys, we have voted, and it didn't take that much time, maybe about 5 minutes or so. There were no long lines. It was mostly in and out. So we have done our job. Now I request all of you to go out and vote. Please, thank you. So just a reminder, go out and vote tomorrow, March 17, from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. at your nearest polling station. Inshallah, see you next time in another video. Allah Hafiz.